The starting point for your journey of discovery is to find an SQ sage. The sage is everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Their desire is to help you through this journey of discovery. The sage, once found, will guide you to the SQ hatchery with instructions to talk to the SQ guardian when you find it. We don't quite know why yet, but the sage's strong message to open your eyes and see is unmistakable. But what is an SQ? Where did they come from? Why are they here? This is their story. Life for the SQs begins in the hatchery, in an idyllic setting in the woods where the SQs care for their newborns. The hatchery is located in a pond, which provides privacy for the egglings as they grow. You are welcome here, as long as you learn to help feed the egglings. The guardians will start the discovery by asking you to observe and participate with training the egglings. SQs communicate by creating images in their minds that can be seen externally. SQ egglings are learning how to organize their thoughts of hunger as images of apples. The SQ guardian will ask you to participate by initially feeding an identical amount of apples to the egglings based on their thoughts. The SQs say this is fundamental to number sense. Seems easy. The SQ guardian will gently help you if you incorrectly identify an eggling's thoughts and feed them too many or too few apples. The guardians also think an animated sequence in their minds, displaying what happens to the egglings if they are continuously over or underfed. If you continue to make mistakes, the guardians will use a BNS for training. If you then continue to over or underfeed the egglings, the guardian will ask the egglings to rest and send you back to the sage. Once you master feeding the egglings, you will return to the sage with a gift given to you by the guardian. At that time, the sage will give you instructions to practice your new skills. After practicing these skills on your own, you will return to the sage with another gift, and the sage will thank you and tell you to await further instructions. Eventually, you'll receive a new quest from the sage to visit the nursery, where you'll find the SQ buds, who've learned to align their thoughts. The SQ buds like to take small quantities and arrange them into different homogeneous spaces. This is a game for the buds, and they like trying to stump you. They will stick to one quantity until they have exhausted displaying the subquant in each of the bases. They will guide you through this phase of your learning. When you're successful, you'll receive a gift to present to the sage, and in return, the sage will give you more instructions as before. As the buds grow and begin to move about, their wings emerge and they move up to the aviary. When you complete your training at the nursery, the sage will direct you to the aviary to work with the flyers. The flyers think of more than just food. They also intermix 2D and 3D thinking. The flyers' interests seem to diverge into three areas of play: complements, base W, and simple meta patterns. The flyers will look at a quantity of something, subquanted in some base, then run through the seg, square, cube, and seg of cube complements depending upon the base and the quantity. The flyers also play with their native base systems: 2, 4, 8, G, and W. This may be more challenging for you. Sometimes several flyers will get together and find simple meta patterns. The flyers enjoy it when you can identify the meta pattern, but they only wait a little while before chatting the answer. Then the whole group moves on to another meta pattern. They can play like this for squares of minutes. Eventually, the flyers begin to generate formulas with their meta patterns. When this happens, they have matured into an SQ apprentice and then move to the exploratory. When you master your play with the flyers, you will be given a gift to present to the sage, who will in turn give you directions to find the exploratory. How exactly an SQ apprentice generates formulas beyond those with small integer values is a mystery. However, SQ apprentices are often seen determining the quantity where two metapatterns intersect. Apprentices are very busy formulating, and enjoy your participation with them as they move around. If you are successful in following and playing with them, you will have the opportunity to earn the master level. If you are successful in attaining the master level, you'll return to the sage with a gift, and the sage will bestow the level of Master SQ upon you. SQ sages are everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Their desire is to help you through this journey of discovery.